from June 10th. I have not had time to review those. And we lost the
I agree.
Alright. I would like to do these at our next meeting, if anyone doesn't have an objection to that.
I don't.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, so we'll do that at our next meeting. Any communications today?
And
Do you have any, Tracy?
what I gave you right there in front.
Got a couple, well, one, the financial, worksheet's done. We need to, prior to our next regular scheduled meeting, we need to do this first for the budget hearing. So I'd like to make a motion that, budget hearing on July 8th at 6 o'clock, just prior to our regular scheduled meeting. This will be to approve the appropriations for the rest of the year. Is that what that is, for the balance of the year?
I second that motion.
Do we need to make a special time for that, or will that shouldn't take very long?
No, it won't, but we do it just prior to, it
Sure.
takes a few minutes, but we have to have a special allotment for this.
Okay.
That's why we always just do,
We'll just start at
right at
6
6 o'clock and then go right into our regular meeting. Works
So,
out well for us.
that's fine, yes.
Okay, Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes,
Tiffany,
Yes. All right.
more communications. Mike Brown, he lives right beside Hartson Cemetery. He stopped in and gave Tracy a check for $200 for Hartsel Cemetery, be used for signs or fencing or whatever is needed at Hartsel Cemetery, specified that also. So I'd like to make a motion to accept Mike Brown's donation of $200 to be used at Hartsel Cemetery for what is needed.
Did he have any specifications of what types of signage that he wanted to use, or we're just
For
using
the
it
no
for the
park-
parking?
for the no parking and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'll second.
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes?
Tiffany,
Yes.
Okay, while we're on the communications, I did call our prosecutor about the signage down there. He said we can't just put up a simple no parking will be towed sign. We can, but it isn't as effective as one, no parking violators will be towed. We have to put the name of the tow company on there and a phone number, so that people come from the lake if it's towed, they know where to contact. So they come out in the middle of nowhere, 2 o'clock in the morning, the vehicle's gone, they have nowhere to call. So
I would think they should know where it's at.
I agree, but he's actually going to
But I
send me a
need that
sample that
fixed.
the prosecutor came up with that other townships are using, so that we're all kind of uniform on the signage where we're threatening to tow if people park there. So I'd like permission to order signs for that once I get that from the attorney, from our prosecutor, with this signage on there, what he says has to be there.
At every entrance, I would assume.
Wherever we want to put it, he said. So
Okay.
we put it in entrance, we can specify this area, that area, wherever we want it. So
Is that a motion?
I'm okay with using John's Towing. That was my question, I guess. John's Towing is our local company. We can do that with a phone number. You guys okay if we use John's Towing?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll
That
second
is my
that.
motion then.
Okay, then yes.
okay, Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany,
Yes.
One more communication from Melissa Boyd. Melissa Boyd acceptance notification of resignation from Deerfield Fire Department. It says a few more things. Appreciative knowledge, education, opportunity provided by previous administration and prior members. So I'd like to make a motion that regretfully we do accept Melissa Boyd's resignation.
Here I will be mine, with my time partner, with Keith.
Are you
Money
resigning?
here, you know. I'll make my money on this job.
Wow. Anything we could talk about for that, or are you pretty adamant about
God,
that?
I think I'm going to what I want, so.
Let's deal with him. I already got a motion on the floor to accept Melissa's. Hold on 1 second, if you would, Roger.
I will second.
Melissa, thank you for your time. I understand you're on some other departments,
Yeah.
spending more time there. Well, thank you. I will
Yes.
accept.
Me also, she's been involved up here, as Brian has, since she was a little kid. She's been involved with our fire services one way or another. Sometimes I'm sure when she was a kid, she didn't want to be involved, and her dad still had her involved. I'm guessing as time was, but we appreciate it very, very much for everything you've done for your community.
And if your circumstances change, please let us know if you have time to give.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany,
Yes.
All right, Roger, you do wish to resign.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. This is the first I've heard of any unhappiness. Okay.
It's the first thing I've heard of it.
That's sad.
It's just not enough money down there.
Prior to
I'll put down 10,000 or 10 ton of blacktop and stuff on myself. I mean, it's not worth it.
Are you able to give us any kind of notice?
Today, right now.
So today it would be effective today.
I can talk in it all today.
Wow.
This is all last week.
Boy, I hate to have you do that, Roger. I mean, I understand there's nothing we can do to tell you you can't do it, obviously, but I hate to see you go. You're becoming a very valuable asset. You've got a lot of stuff learned since you've been here, and you're a big help and everything, but I understand the money's not probably where it could or it should be. Fortunately, money is tight.
I agree, we can't make you stay. We'd love to see you stay. Would there be any kind of negotiation room for us to speak within a week, or is this,
You give me a call. That's all I can tell you.
okay? Okay. I mean, would it
It's
be
not
possible
like
for you to have
it's
us, to give us a week, or, I mean, is that,
Call me.
and you would continue to work for the week, or?
No.
No.
I'm gone. You call me what you think is fair, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, I'd say maybe we can hold off on his resignation until we have time to speak with him, if that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I've never run into this before. I don't know what the procedure would be for that.
I don't either. This is a surprise, Roger. We'd love to keep you.
Everybody's a good worker.
Okay.
Prove it to you. I'm not gonna-
Well, thank you for letting us know, and I will be in touch soon.
Okay, keep going.
Okay?
Thanks.
Thank you, Roger, for
Thank you
working
for
for us stuff, and I hope we can get something worked out.
All right, thank you.
So I guess I'll make a motion that we accept Roger's resignation after a phone call if we can't come to terms with him. And we accept it at that time, but he resigned now, so we really do have to accept it now.
Well, do we have to accept it now? Can we table that till our next meeting?
If-
I hate to accept the resignation if we can
If
still.
he's not working, though,
yeah,
we're covered in insurance, workman's comp, and all that stuff.
For a long time.
Yeah.
He's been talking about it quite
Yes.
a long time.
I wish you would have brought that up to us sooner.
Yeah, me too.
Well, if we have
I think he
to,
was telling everybody, but you guys.
Yeah.
well, that's not helpful.
I will make a motion, we accept his resignation, and we will get in touch with him to see if we can work something out, at which time we could immediately rehire him. Let's do it that way.
okay, you made the motion, who seconds
I'll
it?
second it.
Laura, Tiffany?
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Regretfully, yes.
Tiffany?
Same, regretfully, yes. And if you can make copies, or someone can make copies of that, so we could, Rogers.
He didn't give us
Oh,
one.
he didn't?
No, this is his timesheet for what he's worked today. He just
Oh.
gave us a verbal resignation.
Okay, I misunderstood about what he gave.
No, that's just his
No,
time,
that's
that's
his
just his timesheet for
verbal.
up to date.
Okay,
He gave no written notice. I had been hearing rumblings of it, but that's the first I heard about it when
That
he walked
was-
up and said that.
complete news to me.
Unexpected,
Yeah.
unfortunate too.
Well, I was gonna ask if you had any road department updates, that was a big one. Anything
one.
else on the road department?
We need to order 2 loads of 304, 2 loads of 411. That is for culvert replacement, patching, whatever we need to do. We always keep that on hand, and we are very, very low on each one. We have a couple culverts to replace on Viewtown before they pave it later this year. So I'll make a motion that we order 2 loads 304, 2 loads of 411.
I'll second.
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany.
Yes.
We've got some complaints about our roadside mowing, rightfully so. I mean, we would have been done, however, our roadside mower broke down. We do have parts in order. They should be there in the next couple of days. The parts should be there, and we'd be right back on getting the roads done. They actually took the Steiner out and did some roadside work this morning because our roadside mower's down, and they took the excavator with the brush head on it and knocked some other areas back that were becoming a problem and everything. So we're working on it. He did make effort to do whatever we can do, so just so everyone knows that we're continuing to do it. On the road department, did you find out if we can use $100,000 out of that grant money, or what we can use, or whatever?
I
'Cause
mean,
we
the
have-
verbiage appears that we can.
Because we
We
have.
would probably have to just submit it and get it approved.
We're going to have to let the engineer know very, very soon. That project is not waiting on us, but getting close to waiting on us to tell them, yeah, we got the money right now.
I mean,
This
I
project
could,
isn't slated to do until late August.
I
so
could defend making a request just from the verbiage of the
I'm okay with that. I
funds
just
and
want to
just
make
make
sure
sure we
that
get it approved.
you guys approved that. We do have the money to take from there. It's going to run the fire department short, possibly, but I think we'll be okay.
Okay,
I'll make that motion that we use whatever money out of the, what's that, CARES Act grant,
Yeah.
to facilitate the money we need for our road paving projects on Pewtown and Bandy this year.
I will second that.
yes,
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany.
yes. And in using that, we're able to get a match for grant money, so that's a huge win in that way.
The paving project is $382,000 total. It's 50% match for the township. First one, we've got a grant for that. If we don't accept this grant and use it, we'll probably never see another come our way. It's a lot of money, but it's 50% of what it would cost. Those were figured were the two worst roads in the township as far as needing paved, actual paving. That's why we decided to go ahead and accept that money and go with it. It's a lot of money for us to put out, but it's also a lot of money for a matching grant, so that's where we're at in that.
Which road is it?
What's that?
Which road?
Bandy
Bandy.
and Pewtown.
Okay.
Bandy goes down there, Pewtown picks up Bandy, clear to the end, clear to the lake. And that will, and then we're gonna chip and seal Watson along with that project while they're there, but that's it, chip and seal. We're still in buildings, oh no, we're on road department, so I don't have anything else for the road department.
I had a note here to talk about the cemetery parking signs, but we've addressed that, so.
Can we address that? You guys probably don't know that this just happened. Our little white shed at Deerfield Cemetery got broken into last week, Thursday, whatever. Somebody ripped the hasp clear off of it, threw it in the ditch or field, whatever. We can't even find the hasp. Fortunately, we don't keep anything in there.
At the Deerfield Cemetery?
Yeah.
I've been calling the sheriff quite a bit when camping season starts, a lot of people driving around back there at
This
night.
was Wednesday or Thursday last week. We went up in the morning and found that the hasp had been pried off. Fortunately, if anything is missing, there's a wheelbarrow and one shovel missing. We're not even sure. We still had it in there, but that's all we kept in that building. They didn't damage anything else. They just ripped that off there. However, I am concerned for our chapel and our mausoleum building right there. I go up every morning early and check that. So far, they're good. I don't know if should we buy game cameras and put up there so we can try to catch it. We don't have any Wi-Fi down there. I don't know. I'm open for suggestions, but I'm worried that the little white shed got broken in the first time in years and years and years. What's going to keep them from coming back and breaking in the chapel?
And we've had some drug activity in the back of the cemetery too, because you can't view it from the road.
And again, there's nothing in the chapel that they can steal. I mean, absolutely nothing. There's a few chairs there. That's all it's there.
But there was nothing in that building and they still.
But they still broke in
Yeah.
because they don't know till they get in there. So I'm open for suggestions. We don't have Wi-Fi down there, so we can't really put security cameras, I don't think.
The cost to doing gates, you know, even if they automatically lock and unlock, would be pretty costly too.
Very costly.
And they can still get in anywhere
Yeah.
around there, so the gates probably redundant.
It would keep cars out.
Yeah, keep the cars out. Can we call Portage County Sheriff and ask them to beef up night patrols?
Yeah, we can, obviously we can do that.
Right.
And they do, we do see them around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, sitting at the circle and cruising around at times when I'm out and about. But, you know, they can, honestly, they just can't be everywhere.
No, they can't.
And that is out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what to do.
Usually I'm security for that. You can
Yep.
see it next door, but, maybe we can all kind of brainstorm and look into
Alright.
some ideas for the next meeting.
Okay.
And in the meantime,
Game cameras are actually a good option.
it doesn't require Wi-Fi.
It's low cost and.
Low cost, if you guys are okay, I'll
Some of the law
go to
enforcement
Dunn's and get a
have
couple
told
good
us that that's
trail
some of the
cams and put them
better
up there.
images they get.
And they don't require Wi-Fi.
No.
They just run. That's the way to go.
You
It
guys
doesn't seem
are,
like an unreasonable
you guys,
idea.
it's not gonna be a lot of money, it's not gonna be a lot of money either.
If we could maybe focus them on, you know, the areas where we need to protect the
Right.
buildings and things.
The buildings.
That way we're
Yeah,
not
they'll
getting
be on- they'll be on
activity
the-
of every
they'll be on
person
the
that
door-
comes
door,
and goes.
Somewhere focused toward the entrance doors to the buildings.
And then we can have, our employees keep the batteries and
Yeah.
keep them, because I mean, that's something that we'll need maintained
Yep.
too.
If you guys are okay with that, I'll get them.
I'm good with that.
What do you think the cost of a couple, do we need to put them at Hartsel too?
We haven't had any trouble yet, but that doesn't mean we won't. They do
Is there
have
any-
four,
Well,
they
they're already
have four,
parking there when they're not supposed
Correct.
to be.
yeah, we have,
It couldn't hurt.
they have
We have
four,
Mike Brown there.
they have 4-packs and 6-packs at Dunn's that we can get pretty reasonable to watch them sell. Probably get them for under a couple $100, so.
That sounds reasonable, and if we have them and we can put them up and maintain them.
Has there been anything going on at my town, or has that been pretty quiet?
That's been real quiet so far.
Okay.
No one wants to park there, there's no access to
that?
anything
My
downtown.
They can't park there.
There's
Yeah.
no
Well, they
parking.
could if they opened the gates.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Do we need to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we buy trail cams to install at our cemeteries or wherever else that we think they may benefit the township for some security. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes?
Tiffany?
Yes. And then maybe make a call to the sheriff's department just to let them know we've had some vandalism and have them.
Luckily, the only damage to the building was they ripped the screws out. So we already got new hasp put on it with bolts and everything, but
I see them patrolling in the daytime, it'd be more helpful if we had them after hours.
yeah. Are we still on buildings and grounds or
Yes.
whatever? Okay, I have blueprints on hand for the addition for the fire department. I have one set. Actually, the architect's going to drop off sometime today, 6 or 7 more sets that are ours to give out to contractors to bid the job.
Somebody
Now-
walked in and put something in there.
What's that?
Somebody walked in.
That's right.
That's probably Frank right there. He was gonna bring them up around 12:30, so he's gonna drop them off there.
Laura put them in the
Okay, you
office.
got
They'll
it.
be in the office.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
what those
I
are
took them
for.
from him.
So far, I've called Lease Construction and I've called Battaglia Construction and asked them when I got the prints if they would give bids. They're both
Yes.
willing to give
Okay.
bids. So we need to, I'd like to get 2 or 3 more bids.
Battaglia and who?
John Lease Construction. They both agreed to give bids on it. They're both very capable of doing it. These have not been approved at the Portage County Building Department yet, but we're gonna get it's not gonna change substantially. So I figured we'd get a jump on getting our bids about ready and then give them to the Portage County Building Department for review. And then if there are changes, it's gonna be minor changes. It won't affect the bid much. That way I think we're getting ahead of the game rather than taking them up there and let them set them up there. If you guys are okay with that, that's where we're at. He gave us a final bill. We gave him $1,000 down. He did give us a final bill for what, $4,700 some dollars? We agreed to $6,000 or $6,100 to pay him. So whatever,
That's right.
we got the checks there somewhere. But we gave him $1,000 down to get his expenses and he gave us the final bill. Now, if these don't get approved at the Portage County Building Department, he will come in and take care of whatever needs done for us under that dollar amount. He won't.
That covers any.
He won't be charging us any more to do that. So I'll make a motion that we pay the balance of his fee.
And he came in under bid, under what we quoted to do it.
No, just about what it was. He gave us 1,000. I think he told us 6,000. It came in at 6,100 or something, so.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, I'll second.
Yes.
So we got that right there.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes,
Tiffany?
Yes.
when we get started with that project, we do have the engineering prints for our septic up there, which, once we get moved ahead a little bit, I'm gonna set up an appointment with the people from the septic system and whoever's gonna do this building, so they can get together and make sure everything is where it's going to be. Outlets for the sewer, outlets for water, all that stuff, just so they both agreed to, or the septic people said whoever it is will sit down, have a sit-down meeting with whoever they, because the stuff for the septic can go out a different place than what's on their prints. So wherever's gonna work out best for both of them, they can make those minor changes, so we are waiting in that too. I don't have anything else.
Any updates on the fence and the concrete there on the monument?
I got a call into that, John, I think he's going to approve what we have per a brief email I got from him. I think he's waiting for a new accident report. We faxed the accident report to him. He did send me pictures of it, what he received. It's ineligible, and you can't read it. You can't see it hardly, it's all blurred. So I'm gonna get a new accident report from Portage County Sheriff Department, and I'm gonna put it in the mail and mail it to him so that he has it. And I think that's all that's holding that up now. And legitimately, he can't read it. It's very hard to, it got distorted when it got sent somehow.
Well, they should be able to email that pretty quickly if we request it.
Yeah, I'll go out there, and if they can email it directly to him, that would be nice. If not, I will mail it to him, that way he has it.
Okay.
So that's the last on that. That's all I have.
Anything else for buildings and grounds? We did see a complaint about the grass behind the old town hall. And, you know, we really can't mow that because, you know, we wouldn't be covered to liability to cover that if someone were to get hit or injured. I was thinking maybe we could send a letter to the owner of that lot and request that they keep that mowed so people can see when they're coming in and out of the circle.
Yeah, I'm not sure who owns that. I know the people that own the existing property in the back, up behind the old town hall, own that too, but I'm not sure who
We'll
it is.
have to
But
probably get
we
into the
can-
auditor's
we
site
can
and
find out who
it
does it.
is.
Ask them if they would do that. Even a couple times a year, if they mow that ditch, it would
Just to
be,
keep
it'd be
visibility
fine.
safe. All right. So you guys are okay about drafting a letter to the owner and asking
Sure.
them to
Yes.
keep that mowed down?
Sure.
Maybe a letter will get that worked. Anything else for buildings and grounds?
Not that I have.
All right, fire department, I spoke with Assistant Chief Day recently, and this is just kind of something for us to start thinking about. There is, across the board, a lot of issues noted coming up with mental health of first responders, and Assistant Chief Day was really interested in maybe giving our firefighters and first responders some support for mental health. This was some initiatives to talk about, maybe looking into some kind of route for support and to give everyone a method of how to go about getting that. So no motions to put anything in place today, just putting this on the radar. I'll make you guys copies of this so you could look at that. And, you know, I am hearing there is some bullying and some, you know, hostility in the department too. And I think that will kind of go along with maybe our harassment training and things, something that we might want to address, give everybody some education and some learning to support putting an end to that, or, you know, managing that, putting an end to it ideally. So just putting that bug in everyone's ears, something that they're looking into, initiating some kind of support for all
I'm
of
all
that.
for that.
And also, we do need to have a discussion about our November investigation today. And I would like to go into executive session to do that today. I would make a motion that we go into executive session to consider discipline of a public employee in regards to a complaint against a public employee.
I will second the motion.
I'll vote yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes?
Tiffany?
Yes. All right. and then we'll come back and finish up the meeting.
Question for Dan, so everyone knows, do you shut that off while we're in executive session, or you leave it on so that everybody here, conversations are heard? Just asking, just so people are aware.
The microphone's muted, but the stream continues.
Dylan, you can shut yours off while we're in executive session so that people can have conversations without being recorded.
All right. You want to bring the keys? Yeah.
That's just the beginning.
All right, I will make a motion that we leave executive session and re-enter regular session.
I'll second it.
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. So in executive session, we discussed the November complaint. The decision is we will move forward with the public hearing at our next meeting, which will be July 8th, if I'm correct, at 6 p.m. We are sending notice to the appropriate parties, and that's what was discussed. We also discussed because of the coverage for that, we are going to do an engagement letter with our attorney through OTARMA to do the hearing, and I guess we would need to make a motion for that. So I will make a motion to accept the engagement letter for legal services for attorney Greg Beck.
The engagement letter being, there's a fee involved with him getting involved with us right here, so we have to pay it, so I'll second it.
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. Okay, moving on. Anything else from the fire department today? I think we'll get a more thorough update at our next regular meeting.
I know over the weekend we were extremely busy with our own end. I don't know, we had 2 or 3 mutual aid from Palmyra and Edinburgh. We were very busy on our own, and we did go help them several times too. So a lot of people were showing up. Some of the ones just got done with their recent class, have been riding along, getting experience and everything. So we are making great headway, I think, into servicing our community.
Okay. Very good. So nothing else with the fire department today?
Not that I have.
Any other pending old or new business?
I've been asked to, under new business, to ask us to reconsider our second meeting of the month. On Monday, I've had 3 or 4 phone calls and a couple of people, seems to be a point of contention, but I go to the restaurant every morning. A couple of people have asked me up there if we would move the meeting back to 6 o'clock so that people can attend. And as we see, we're very poorly attended at noon. So I've been asked, I have been thinking about that myself. I'm going to throw the motion out there that we have a second meeting. Therefore, it is our second regular meeting. It is at 6 o'clock on the 4th Monday of the month.
So I think the goal of that was to give opportunities for people who want options to do some meetings too. Although every time when we try something new, there's a little trial and error to see how it works and how it doesn't work. So any further commentary on that?
That was the biggest thing that I've heard since our last meeting. Well, I've been hearing it ever since the first meeting we had at noon. People just don't seem to be happy, and as you can see, we're very poorly attended. We've usually got 15 people out there. No, we don't. So that's the only reason I made the motion.
I'm open to doing it whenever.
Does it have to be the same time? Anytime we have a second meeting, or can we just call a specific time for a second meeting?
Well, I think the public would like to know that the second meeting is going to be at a certain time. That way it's out there. For years, we always had the meetings second or fourth Monday at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock or whatever. And everybody just knew up front. I would think it'd be more appropriate to agree to that or not agree to it. Then if we change the time after that for whatever reason, on an individual basis, we could change the time for a meeting or whatever and let them know, rather than leave it open to right now. They're never going to know when the second meeting is going to be.
Well, we've had months we haven't even had a second meeting.
Right.
Right. That's why they could.
So that's a motion?
That is my motion. When we have a second regular scheduled meeting every month, it is the 4th Monday at 6 p.m.
And that's just if you need a meeting.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we don't always.
We try to be efficient once a month so we don't have to, but then sometimes we end up having special meetings because we didn't have the second meeting, which we could still continue to do as needed as well.
Right.
So I'll second that.
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes,
Tiffany?
Yes.
thanks.
I still think we should be open to do new things, and if they don't work, we can always go back to the way, you
Yes.
know, it worked. So
Yep.
I appreciate trying, and we'll move forward with that. Do we have anyone signed up today for public commentary? Moving right along. That's all I have for today. Anything else from anyone?
I have nothing additional.
Going once, going twice, sold. All right, so I will move that we adjourn the meeting and pay our bills.
I second that.
Yes,
Need a second?
Laura,
Yes.
Ed,
yes.
Tiffany?
Yes.
Thanks everyone that could attend, we do appreciate it. And contrary to popular belief, we do like to see people in the audience so that everyone knows what's going on.
I've done that before when you say.
And I like to hear what people say, as long as they're not screaming.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh, okay.